Well, we'll have to see, right? I mean, yeah, both players have more information. KAIRI and as well as Delar will share that information indeed. And jump we go to the drafts here. Game number 1 between EVOS Legends and as well as ONIC Esports with now Coach Aldo in the helms. It seems like EVOS, though, will ban out that Paquito. And yeah, Natalia immediately banned away. Meanwhile, from side of ONIC, they are still waiting here for that second ban. It seems like a fair miss ban could come through here.
You can expect this every single time now. If you are up against EVOS, we will see 1-1 being banned out. That 1-1 that was left open by GeekFam, that was a one-time thing. I think across the season, we will see the 1-1 banned out completely up against EVOS because Clover, you know, a lot of people say that he has a shallow hero pool, but when he does get his comfort hero, the 1-1, I actually do believe that his 1-1 is the best in MPL Indonesia.
Well, quality over quantity, that is the game that Clover is playing right now. We will take a look at the keys to victory, however, here for EVOS by Axe. Shut down ONIC's team fight setup because they are so good at making sure that their setup is so clean that the fight is essentially already heading towards them as well. And optimize Dream's playmaking potential because when Dreams gets rolling, he is able to find those crazy pickoffs, those crazy surprise picks. And I think EVOS, if they want to take control of the early game, they need to make sure that they maximize Dream's playmaking to its full potential, as they now ban the Fanny as well.
Well, we'll have to see here. Back to the drafts here. Seems like EVOS Legends, they will not go for a Fanny approach, but they are opening it up Beatrix. Are EVOS Legends going to prioritize that hero? Is the question here.
That is the question. And talking about prioritizing hero, right? The Larsky actually has a lot of, you know, there's a lot of hype around this man. He is very good at the Uranus and the Esmeralda, but there is some concern that is, you know, he has a very shallow hero pool. It seems like that is the pattern that the EVOS players are going for. So they have to be more disciplined and objective oriented and actually control and make sure that Blar doesn't get his comfort picks and maybe allowing KAIRI to play a bit more bold because he seems to be playing it very calculatively, but almost too calculated.
Absolutely, but the Akai was left open. This time, though, EVOS Legends secure it. So, if we take a look at the past matches for ONIC Esports, they have found most of their success when KAIRI gets the Akai. Now, the Akai has been picked away from him. Again, remember, Yeb stepping in. We might see a different version of ONIC Esports in today's match.
You're forgetting something. Dreon is in the mix, Miracle, and I know that Dreon can play a very mean Lunox that can be picked up, not now perhaps, but later on. Lunox, a very heavy counter against the Sakai. Perhaps we are going to see that, yeah, that approach comes in, but I do feel like they need to prioritize that Beatrix and as well as Esmeralda for boots. Or Paquito can work here.
Paquito's banned.
Yeah, Paquito was banned. That's exactly why. They can't really go for it, but they secure a Julian, another hero that was left open for ONIC. And again, this is the hero that we have seen KAIRI play. He has only played 3 different heroes in MPL ID. That Akai, Julian, and obviously the Ling. But most of the wins, or all of the wins, have usually come through that Akai. So again, they're going for the Julian here. Arashi, I don't know. Julian and Beatrix picked up, leaving out a few heroes open, namely that Esmeralda. That's just such a big pick, such a massive one for Delarski.
Right, we talked about limiting Delarski and his comfort pick, so Uranus and Esmeralda is very available, but does EVOS want to actually opt to pick it up earlier in the banning phase? They will pick up the Esmeralda, and along with that, that Yves that's been so flexible, that's been so good at providing utility and range for this team.
It's a nice decomposition, right? A heavy spin in that real-world manipulation. ONIC, their space is limited already. But ONIC Esports, what can they cover here in their last pick in the first phase? They got a very solid Beatrix. This Julian can be flexed in that jungle or even mid, but perhaps to immediately respond to that Esmeralda pick, they can pick up the Dairoth here. Is that too soon though, you think, Mirko?
I don't know, right now, ONIC does have the opportunity to really just go for that Dairoth, locking the Esmeralda in the lane. It is also a hero that we have seen Boots play, very comfort hero for him, but they offered Franco here onto the hands of Keyboy. This, again, is very, very interesting as we jump into the second phase of bans. ONIC will try to narrow down the gold lane. Again, Clover has a shallow hero pool. That's what we've seen so far in MPL ID. Will we see it banned out here? Maybe going for the Popo ban, and even maybe the Melissa. We haven't seen this a lot, Arashi, but it is one of Clover's comfort picks.
Especially considering that ONIC, if they want to play for tempo here, they have that combo. We've seen when Alter Ego plays this, essentially this duo, this combo, some crowd control comboed with Beatrix's burst. That is the name of the game. So if ONIC can, you know, make sure that the marksman's available can't really self-peel, self-protect this in the same way, I think they can get huge potential for pickoffs in the early game and then translate that lead, playing with their setup that we've already mentioned, to try and choke EVOS out in that mid-game.
Yeah, I think playing for the targeting Clover's hero is perhaps the right approach. Let's take a look at the comment from Zace here. Why Taz is now a mid laner is because he can read the gameplay more and more. So he is evolving as a player and he can control the game. And perhaps that is what Zace envisioned, that he's so potential. He has this potential to become a very good mid lane here. But yeah, take a look. Dairoth ban comes into play here in ONIC Esports. I'm sure this last ban will be another marksman. Perhaps you're talking about a Melissa, or yeah, I think a Brody ban could come through as well.
Yeah, if they do go for the Brody ban next, I think honestly the Claude is a very good matchup against the Beatrix, right? So they are banning out a few good matchups against the Beatrix, the Claude, and now I think Popo and Koopa might be the better ban compared to Brody, because for Brody there's a lot of damage coming through here. And remember, if we do see that late stage of the game, Brody falls off quite a bit. Something like a Popo and Koopa is going to be a little bit safer into the lane, getting the pressure, but instead, they don't go for the gold laner. They opt to go for the ban towards that Atlas. Remember, Dreams, we have seen him play that Atlas in the MDL. Phenomenal player, but the Cho is still left open. Another signature pick from Dreams that might just be picked up. EVOS Legends, though, right now, what do they want to ban? You know what? Fun fact, Julian can actually be flexed into the mid lane, so yeah, EVOS might actually just go for a ban towards the jungle or the mid laner, right? Palman is a solid pick that we saw many times before.
Well, talking about this guy, right, Dreams, his story has been join Bigatron Esports in MPL Season 3, get the second place champion MPL ID with BTR, and then he joins EVOS Legends. If you can't beat him, join him. And yeah, to close out the drafts, EVOS Legends, they are able to locate that Lunox ban here. So on AK Sports, against Esmeralda, against Akai, you need to have a burst. What is the answer here?
Ooh, burst damage coming in. I'm not quite sure. I mean, they can still, again, it's confusing because the Julian can still very much fill in that role. So ONIC making it very difficult, hiding their hand, making things complicated to predict. The Balmon will come in, and KAIRI has been very comfortable playing these tankier fighters. He's able to actually secure a lot of objectives. We've seen Albert find huge success despite originally being an assassin player. So KAIRI can very much do the same.
So this means that Julian is going to go to the mid lane, and again, that flex pick, right? Look at EVOS, they banned out the Lunox, thinking that this Julian is going to go to the jungle. But no, with the Bauman pick here, EVOS Legends, they got kind of juked around in that banning phases. Now they will have to wrap up their draft with a gold laner and a roamer, unless the Akai is playing in the roam position. I don't think so though. Akai just provides so much more value in that jungle. I think right now it is a very good option for EVOS Legends to secure something in that gold lane, and that Cho coming in. The gold lane being the Popo, like I mentioned. So both Cho and Popo and Koopa, the heroes that I said could have been banned by ONIC Esports as they look to their final ban, that XP lane. Uranus still open, but you know, I want something crazy from Boots. We haven't seen the Lapu in a very long time up against the Yves.
Thamus can work here as well, I feel.
They need more dive. They need someone to actually go for the engage, I believe. You know, they already have pick. They have the damage. They have a frontliner. Someone with engage is what I think they need.
Exactly. If they can rely on the Franco for sure and just, you know, play off pickoffs like that. But if EVOS get some momentum and they bring the fight to ONIC instead, they need crowd control to make sure that they can still get a dominant fight despite EVOS turning it on them. And they go for the Savior.
Bauman XP is Boots on the signature Bauman!
Wow.
Okay.
What?
What a surprise, man.
That's a massive curveball to everyone watching.
So Julian will fill that review will be played by KAIRI. So yeah, these are the talents game duration predicted by Axe. Presented to you by Axe.
Yeah.
And it's quite even.
It is quite even. Let's take a look at the audience prediction here by
Wow.
TikTok. Well, speaking of even, 45 to 55, the closest audience prediction that we've had in Season 10. And man, the draft from ONIC. I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. I think I'm leaning over to ONIC's draft here. I like crazy things, and that curveball might actually hit EVOS hard.
I'm actually quite surprised by the audience prediction, but enough talk, Mirko Arashi. Let's just jump straight forward to the portal. Land of Dawn, we go for our first game between EVOS Legends and ONIC Esports.
Whew. This early game is going to be so important, man. Franco against the Cho, equally making plays, but I think Franco has the edge pre-ultimate because Way of the Dragon is a critical part of the playmaking of a Cho. So I think in the early game, ONIC has a chance to actually pull ahead and make some distance between them and EVOS.
Yeah, did you see the skin by Sutsujin? It's the Poe skin for Akai. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, grab that skin perhaps if you have the diamonds, of course. If not, you can ask Arashi for diamonds. But
Or
yeah,
you
back to
buy
the
it
game.
on Blee.
Or buy it on Blee. That's another method. But yeah, back to the game. It seems like EVOS, they are now harassing the jungles of ONIC already. KAIRI, still with that retribution, will collect that one. But take a look at the hook. Sutsujin gets caught. And yeah, with the help of a tower, first blood by Samsung will occur. ONIC Esports takes 1-0.
Very aggressive movement by EVOS Legends. They were able to steal the orange buff away, but it ended up with a kill going over to the hands of KAIRI, already getting that first blood. And guess what? Sutsujin now will actually be kind of behind. His Dreams is just putting so much pressure onto KAIRI, even forcing that retribution, but KAIRI wants to go for it.
Yeah, Dreams here, he needs to be careful. He still has that flicker. He's still holding on to it. There you go, but Boots again. Woo! You flicker, I flicker. 2-0 now. ONIC Esports, they are low-key controlling the game.
Wow, EVOS Legends, they have a bit of pressure in the early game, but ONIC Esports, the moment they see an opportunity, man, they never fail to just capitalize, and they are getting paid big time. 2 kills to 0 right now. It's a 500 gold lead, but the pressure difference, right? EVOS Legends, their game plan already it wasn't to actually play it safe in the early game, so it's not going as planned.
Let's see though. This is a setup already. Heavy spin is ready for Sutsujin, but it's a 2v3, Gani.
2v3. Well, now it's a 4v4 now. Lord Turtle is now resetted as Sutsujin is still heavily clearing that area, but it would happen bot side. A solo kill by CW now. You can see that Turtle really stolen by KAIRI, and EVOS Legends lost that trade. They got a man. The Turtle was lost, and unfortunately, Clover got taken down.
Yeah, ONIC Esports. Solid.
What?
That's the retry we expected from KAIRI. Again, Sutsujin, a rookie in the MPL, and you can already see that even with the heavy spin, Arashi, it was still KAIRI. And to add on to that, it's KAIRI with the mystery shop. She doesn't even have the Demon Slayer, but Dreams is looking for a play down below.
Okay, still hasn't quite connects here. Keyboy as well with that Iron Hook, but 4 members of EVOS Legends is in that area. Emblem-wise here, Arashi, what can you say that is significant?
Well, as Mirko mentioned, the emblem choice for KAIRI is not the objective securing option, but I think that makes sense for Julian because you do need to get ahead, kind of, right? Keyboy here, though, he hasn't been landing as many hooks, but that's, you can give that credit to EVOS Legends for dodging those hooks as well. They are very aware, of course, because Franco has been such an important pick, and if you don't underestimate the presence that he can bring into a game, you're going to pay very dearly for it.
And now, in the early stage of the game, ONIC Esports, this is what you expect to see once again from them, right? Whenever they get that grasp in the early stage of the game, getting those first bloods, they never force unnecessary team fights. They always wait for objectives to chain it in together. And it's all up to EVOS Legends now to actually make those proactive movements on the map, trying to catch one of the side laners. But just look at how ONIC are moving around the map. Always just reacting to EVOS Legends members. When Dreams goes down, Keyboy goes down too. Just stopping the threat from happening.
Well, another thing to note is, take a look at Popol Koopa already with the gold shield turret. Demolished top bot side, but take a look at the new Axe effect here. Upgraded dual action Dio body spray.
That dual action is so important, man. In this game, the Keyboy and CW dual action also will be so critical. The turtle is up, and ONIC Esports, they have pressure right here, and EVOS are not in a position to contest. Although, if they rotate fast enough, they may be able to make it on time, or they might get comboed by ONIC Esports.
Yeah, we'll have to see here as Turtle is already poked by the side of ONIC Esports, but the members of EVOS, they are not just standing idly by. Another battle retribution, KAIRI wins it, and now heavy spin towards one member. It is Boots, the wrong target perhaps. Iron Hook connects on towards one, and Sutsujin gets taken down as well as Dreams. Two members down, EVOS on the ultimate disengage. ONIC Esports, healthy lead now. They want the Lar here as the Lar, with that sprint, is able to get off pressure. ONIC Esports winning across the board.
Samsung Retri, guys. That's what you can get with the Samsung Galaxy A series. But Lar, oh no!
Whoa!
That's a mistake! That was a mistake. He forced to clear 2v1, and now the structure topside will definitely fall. And yeah, with this momentum, ONIC Esports, they are still 3 members bot side as well. They might be able to take the bot's turret if they made another mistake.
And that's the thing, right? When you have that Bauman on an enemy team, Esmeralda feels a lot squishier than usual. Because the thing is that lethal counter deals so much damage as an execute. When you top it off with Julian's damage in the mid stage of the game, it just takes your calculation away. As in the bottom side, they're looking for a siege. Keyboy though.
Yeah, with the vision, there you go. Bloody Hunt connects and Dreams will not be able, but before he gets taken down, it is actually an outplay by Dreams. What was that? The Way of Dragon Flicker combo. Yeah, Franco. That was the patch. That was the patch, Arashi.
That was the patch indeed, man.
The Bloody Hunt can now be
cancelled away.
Cancelled away.
Yeah. That was actually insane by Dreams. Again, taking that little mistake from ONIC Esports, not committing fully onto that kill and turning it around to a kill of EVOS Legends is in their hands. But now that they're on the board, Arashi, let's take a look at the items because ONIC are leading 4,000 gold.
Yeah, we can see CW has a Blade of Despair and KAIRI already with the Shadow Twin Blade, so a lot of burst damage. This is not the fighter tanky Julian, at least not so far, right? That we've been seeing used as a main engage tool. So KAIRI will be less flexible, but he will have access to a lot of damage that EVOS Legends will need to respect.
2 turtles secured. 2 retribution were just 2 on points, and it seems like the third time here, Sutsujin will not be able to contest the turtle. Last turtle once again, but take a look at the Iron Hook connects on towards the Lar, and it will be the Lar deleted twice. Outside 2v1, Way of Dragon to disengage. Clover surviving, but in mid side, actually Sutsujin was caught, and 2 members, 2 bodies are down.
This is just so one-sided so far. In the 7th minute, oh my goodness, Keyboy almost landed that hook. And again, it all comes down to how ONIC Esports were able to use the lane of pressure in that top side, in the bottom side as well. But Dreams going in.
Oh, Keyboy here might be caught, but Flicker is there, the Iron Hook, but no follow damage. Take a look at the mid side, Clover, what the heck? He is down, and now the mid side will collapse. Dreams trying to do what he can in the front line, and now ONIC Esports with 5 members will delete Dreams. EVOS, they are dismantled at this point. 7 minutes and 8 minutes in, 7,000 gold lead almost.
10-1, 6.7 thousand gold lead, and this is so rare that we get to see an Akai a level down against a Julian that's going for Mystery Shop. 0-3-0, unable to secure the neutral objective so far. It does seem like ONIC Esports have had EVOS Legends' number at every single point in the game so far, Arashi.
The coordination from ONIC Esports right now is just amazing, man. You saw that fight play out of nowhere, right? It doesn't seem like they're setting up intentionally per se, but once they decided it's time to go, even when you think members from EVOS Legends have made it out, Boots comes out of nowhere behind the turret, and they're just so ready. They're just so many steps ahead, and if you want to get ahead, you can use the promo code GRB.TO/MPL as well, or scan the QR code to get great promos.
Yeah. For now, ONIC Esports now, they're looking for a fight topside. Clover can be the target, but Way of Dragon KAIRI! Boots. But take a look at KAIRI. Clover gets taken down. Heavy spin was a little bit forced here, just for a disengage. It is still 4v5 as ONIC Esports. They are at this point having fun. They might take a base turret here topside. Will they commit to this? Oh my god, yeah, they can. But no, of course, with the discipline here, they will back off. chunking that base turret just to half HP as the Lord spawns in the Land of Dawn.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, 9 minutes in with the Lord spawning. It doesn't seem like EVOS Legends have the resources necessary to contest this objective. KAIRI is now 2 levels ahead of Sutsujin. That places him in a place where his retribution is just so much more. And there you go, free Lord for ONIC Esports, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. EVOS Legends at this point, Arashi, I do have to ask, what are they supposed to do? The lanes are getting frozen, they're waiting for the Lord, and they can't contest any objectives.
It's just very difficult because ONIC Esports, they are not wasting anything. When they get control, when they get some pressure, when they get information, they all move like a well-oiled machine, and it's just so difficult for EVOS Legends because they're not making ONIC Esports. They haven't been making any mistakes that EVOS Legends can, take advantage of. So EVOS, they have to force something, but when they're behind 9k gold, it's going to be very difficult because with 2 people, with 3 people, they can just one-shot the whole team if EVOS Legends aren't playing it carefully.
Yeah, they can't be overextended here. And for ONIC Esports, I mean, their damage output with those items collected is just a lot. Take a look. 1-by-1 structures fall. Base turret mid-side can be the target here, but no. EVOS, they can defend this one.
Yeah, look at Dreams though. The way that he is able to use that flank position, but still, Mystic Field actually coming in. Oh my god! Threading the needle. Almost finding Sutsujin, but that's a very expensive resource burnt in. They might go for the top side, Donnie.
Conceal play. Keyboy gets stunned here. No follow-up damage just yet, but take a look at Dreams trying to flank. Real world population will catch Keyboy. Dreams will catch 1 member here. Dreams though, he gets taken down, and 1 member will be traded as now ONIC Esports. They look for the end. Taz gets taken down. Clover as well. Triple kill for CW, and it seems like it is the end. 1-0. ONIC Esports, they are angry this game.
11 minutes is what it took for ONIC Esports to dismantle EVOS Legends in game number 1. Domination is an understatement when it comes to this game. That was all ONIC. Even when EVOS Legends were able to get the CC onto the right targets, Rian was stunned up. It was KAIRI stepping in. It was CW stepping in. They always have their carries positioned in a position where they can deal the damage without getting hit, Arashi, and they know exactly when to capitalize. A dominant performance once again from ONIC.